out free kick with a 20-yard run out. Good ball for Roberto Carlos. Hooked into the penalty area towards Zidane. Nani. Rooney! Oh, wonderful! Manchester City are still alive here. Balotelli. Aguero!
Good morning. 4 minutes past 10, Friday. How is everyone? Are you at work? Are you skiving? Are you watching this while you're at work? Are you getting ready for work? Are you not working? Happy Friday to you. Let me start off by saying yesterday was the first day in 8 days that I missed my subscriber target. And guess how many I missed it by? 1. I missed it by 1. I was absolutely gutted. If anyone would like to go over and subscribe to help me hit that target, that would be great. Please like the show on the way in, like it on your way out. Do you know what? I've tried to be really positive for the last few weeks, the first month or so of this transfer window. And I'm starting to get that same old Spursy feeling, and I really need them to shut me up. I really need to see some... I need to see some movement from Spurs that suggests they are serious. James Maddison, great signing, not doubting it, but again, doesn't do anything to help our back line. And it does. Do you know what else doesn't help? It doesn't help that I've actually made a spelling mistake in my in my morning chat. As I've just realised, a Friday morning chat with Savva. How have we not signed centre backs? Brilliant. Well done, Savva. Well done, Savva. Let me quickly change that. There we go. That should have rectified the problem. But having said that, what a wonderful day it is to be in North London. What a wonderful day it is to be a fan in North London. What a wonderful day it is if you're an Arsenal fan in North London. Let's be brutally honest. Because let's see, listen to this can you imagine Spurs getting this sort of a message? This is what Fabrizio Romano tweeted less than an hour ago. Busy, huge Friday at Arsenal. A new deal announcement for William Saliba. Medical for Jurriën Timber. And a medical for Declan Rice. Can anyone ever imagine Spurs having a day that good? I mean, listen, I know we're not Arsenal. I know we've got to concentrate on ourselves. But can anyone imagine ever having a day that good? And yeah, Beast of Tottenham Hotspur, you can say, F them lot, but they're acting like a proper football club, aren't they? And we're sitting here, let's be really honest, this whole Van der Ven Tapsoba situation, if we don't get both now, I just don't know how this can take so long. How on earth can it take so long when it was over 10 days ago that Romano said that we had been in talks with these clubs? We're not talking about £100 million transfers, are we? We're talking about one's looking at 50 million euros. The other one is 30 million euros. How can we not get this done? How are we? Listen, as I said, I want them to shut me up. I really want them to shut me up. I want to see a reply. Not saying Romano replies directly to me. I want to go on to Instagram, Twitter. I'm not on Threads, which I am on. Who's on Threads? If you're on Threads, please go over and subscribe. Help a brother out. I'm on Threads. I didn't like Twitter, but I'm giving Threads a go. Basically, I want to go onto one of those sites and I want to see a message from Romano that says, Van der Ven and Tapsoba, here we go. Let's have a day that makes us think we're a top club, that makes us think that we are rivaling. I'm not saying rivaling for titles, but that we are rivaling for context, ambition. Loads of people in the chat already. 163 of you. Come on, let's not play the game. Let's not play the game. I don't know why YouTubers have to keep doing this. Smash the like button. There's only 34 likes, 162 of you. If I can get 3 free. If I can get 30 subscribers by the end of the show, which would leave me on 6,000. No, let's be a bit more ambitious. If I can get 50 subscribers by the end of the show to take me to 6,800, I will give away a Spurs shirt with any name that you want on the back. I will give away a Spurs shirt. So 50 subscribers in this show, and I will give away a Spurs shirt. And let's just put that in the morning tickers, shall we? Let's if we hit 50 subscribers, here we go. If we hit 50 subscribers in the show, I will give away a Spurs shirt. Okay, there we go. There we go. Please smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and let's move forward as a channel. I'm starting to try and reach up with the big boys and girls, pull away from down below, but hey, it is what it is. It's a tough world out there. So where are we all? Where are we on the Freds front? Who got a Freds account? Hands up. Who got a Freds account? Let's ask in the chat. Who got a Freds account? There we go. Just a bit of admin. Boom. Right. Tell me in the chat who has signed up to Freds. If you have, why haven't you subscribed yet? Why have you not gone onto my channel? Big up Ben Kaufman in the chat. Yeah, there he is. Putting out in my link. So please go over and subscribe. Let's get this party started well today. I think that it's, look, let me bring this back to being sensible. Right, all the admin, all the begging's done, all the begging. Freds is like Twitter, but it is for Instagram. Right, where are we? Let me quickly skim through. We got Michael Rogers, hoping we would have signed a centre-back before the stream started. Unfortunately not, Michael. Unfortunately not. We've got Raf in the chat. We've got Ash7 in the chat. Barry and Baxter, thank you very much. That's very nice of you to stay. Yeah, to say, yeah, sure, you can come on the show one day. Big up, Perchy. I'll be on with Perchy at 12 o'clock just for half an hour, because then I won't tell you what I need to go and buy. It's really silly, but I need to go and buy something silly. So I do need to pop out, but I will be on with Perchy at 12 o'clock. Perchy, make sure you send me the link before 12 o'clock so I can join. C to the fourth as a Tap Sober is levels above and has played about 100 more first team games in a good league. But this is why I want both. There's nothing to say Van der Ven can't go on to be a top centre half. Danny said, morning everyone. Fabrizio Romano says Tottenham will sign only one centre back based on who is cheapest. Yeah. Yeah. It's tough work being a Spurs fan, isn't it? As I said, as annoyed as I am, I get the feeling that this is all very much based on players going out as well. Let's have a look. Here is exactly what Fabrizio Romano said. Let me share my screen with you just so we can all see. For anyone that doesn't, I think you can see there, hopefully, that Fabrizio Romano has said Edmund Tapsoba remains in Tottenham list as talks are still ongoing. He's always been the top target as a new centre-back. Spurs are now working on both Van der Ven and Tapsoba deals, up to the club to decide who they want to sign, also based on financial package. Now, if I was going to be pedantic, I would say that he didn't say we will only sign one. He said it's up to them who they want to sign. So why can't we sign both? Why can't Tottenham go on and be a big club for once? And then you see what's going on down at the Emirates. It really is disappointing. Ash, good morning all, by the way, to Johan. Good morning. Ash7 has said Tapsoba seems the main guy. Let's hope Levy can sort a deal on Van der Ven so we can get both. Wishful thinking, I know. I tell you what, I was having this chat with Henry Wright last night, and what makes me laugh about all of this is if Tapsoba is our number one, then why have we submitted an actual bid to Wolfsburg and Van der Ven, but not an actual bid to buy Leverkusen? This club, I'll never understand. I'll never understand this football club. Martin, big up, channel member, said, morning, Savva. Hope you got good news for us today. Have a good show, mate. Listen, I'm hoping something breaks in the next hour and a half. I'd love to be able to be live when that happens, but I'm losing faith. And the more that happens, the more I've got the feeling it's going to be long lay. Knowing Spurs, it will end up being long lay and Tosin. Morning all, future music. Good morning to Hennessy. Good morning to you. Hope you are well. Good morning, John Ellis Hall. Big up to Paul Connor. Hope you are well, my man. Hope you are well. Stuart Wheeler said, have to confess, I do not like the way we seem to be negotiating deals with the players that we possibly do not intend signing. If we do deals with VDV and Tapsoba, it should be to sign both. Absolutely what I just said. Yeah, sure. I agree with you 100%. By the way, I'm not going to have to read out everyone's comments because there's just so many. Yeah, they're really going overboard on the videos and the pictures of this guy, aren't they? Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Mr. Wheeler. Oh, I see. I'm competing with the cricket, am I? Do you know what? I've never got into cricket. Sorry if that makes me bad. Does anyone remember Graham, who I stream with? Do you remember? Anyone remember Graham, who I used to do all the shows with? Bit of an older boy. Graham always has a go at me. Always has a go at me because I don't like cricket. Oh, it's a great sport, bruv. He calls me bruv. It's a great sport. I never got with it. Anyone else get with it? People seem to like it. It always seems a bit slow and boring to me. Let me know what you think. Right, so go on. So who is on Freds? Let's have a look. On Freds, we have got 73 votes and 21% of you are on Freds. That 23%, please go over. Follow me on Freds and I will follow you back. I promise you, I will follow you back. It seems good at the moment. It seems better than Twitter for the moment, but it's only been going for 24 hours. Let's see what happens. Where are we? There's so many people in the chat. There is a lot going on. Scott is not impressed with it. I think there's a few tweaks, definitely, but I've actually found it quite easy to navigate. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. The only logical reason we haven't signed centre-backs is we're bringing King and Dawson out of retirement. Absolutely. It's got to be that. Who hasn't subscribed? Smash that subscribe button. If we get 50 during this show, 49 to go, I will give away a free Spurs shirt. I don't have Twitter as well. I prefer Elon Musk. Oh God, yeah, I don't even associate it with either of them. I just Twitter was the worst place on earth. And I said I really want an 11 before pre-season, so they have some playing time together. I mean, this was the hope, Ant, wasn't it? This was the hope that we go on pre-season in about 10 days, less than 10 days. And I was really hoping. I was really hoping that the two centre-backs would be in place by then and they could mould and grow together. And, you know, I mean, look, I'm just going to throw it out there. If the back four, I don't know, by the way, before everyone puts in their own versions of the back four, if the back four was going to be Porro, Romero, Tapsoba, Adoji, wouldn't it be lovely for all four of them to be going on tour together so they can actually start learning how each other play and bonding and building a defence as a group? Big up, Sue. Yeah, it can be. As I said, I'll give Freds a go. If it turns into Twitter, I will remove myself immediately. Chris Bowman, good evening from Oz. Good evening. Happy morning to you from here in South London. Day in the south. It's a nice day, actually. I don't know if you can see. Look at that. Oh, look at that sunshine. Yeah, so let's get a bit of that sunshine coming in. Let me know if there's too much of a glare, but otherwise it is nice. I would take this guy all day long. I would take Bella Kotchup all day long. Alan has said, morning, Savva. I'm a bit late to the party, but great content, fella. Thank you. Just want to say to everyone, just have patience. So far, so good. Gut feeling. I trust this guy and we'll get them through the door. Alan, I'm trying to stay positive. I just feel like how many other clubs sort of does Romano announce that they're in talks with, and then 10 days, 2 weeks later, you still haven't signed one of them. It's like, come on, just get them through the door, man. Sean has said, Savva, thank God I play golf. Otherwise, my mental health would be destroyed waiting for Spurs to sign a quality defender. Yeah, golf. Yeah, very calming to play. Very calm. Well, it depends, actually. I've seen some people go nuts on the golf course. But yeah, listen, always keep your mental health in a good place. Always. And always remember, if anyone is struggling with mental health, anyone is feeling down, there are people you can speak to. There are professionals. There are the everyday people. Message me. I'm on Threads. I'm on Instagram. Message me if you need. I'm not a trained counsellor, but I will always listen to people. Hey, so everyone's been a bit tight today with everything. Likes, we're only at 87. We've only had one subscriber and one person has followed me on Threads. Other than that, happy Friday and well done. I think the tight nature of Daniel Levy is dripping through into the fan base. Scott has said, morning, Savva. I hope you have had a antihistamine. Pollen count is high. Your nose will be running faster than Dombele. Scott, I really struggle with hay fever. And I've just put in, it says 1. I've just put in 3. I'm like, at the moment, I'm calm. But if I do go into a sneezing fit, I'm sure you'll all see and you'll think it's very funny. Cricket and golf. Ooh, yeah, I can't watch either of them. I'll be honest. I can't watch. The only one I can play is golf. Boom. Well done, Ben. Joined Threads. I think I've just followed you back. I think it's followed you back automatically for me, which is nice. Always the cheaper option. Sue is saying about our centre halves, or well, about our transfers in general, to be honest. Apologies as well. The hair's a bit fluffy, right? The hair's a bit fluffy. I'm going to the barber's a bit later today. I don't like this bit. I like the line. I don't like this bit. Don't know where that came from. Just thought I'd tell you. Where are we? Midoriya said, have Twitter and YouTube. That's enough. Too much social media rots the brain. Yeah, I mean, I don't really use Instagram a lot. Obviously, I use YouTube every day. But listen, I'll give this Threads a go. Just more than anything, it's to follow people like Ornstein and Romano and that, because I don't have a Twitter account. Maurizio Pochettino, who has said, on a more serious note, I think the delay has been because the other teams are sniffing around those targets and it's causing further talks behind the scenes. Well, this is what happens when you don't. This is what happens when you don't move quickly, isn't it? This is what happens when you don't move quickly in the transfer market. Apparently, Fred, you can't get in Ireland, you can't get in Spain. Is it all you people in the EU? See, we left the EU. I didn't vote, by the way. Sorry, I did vote. I voted to remain. But hey, it is what it is. I'm sure you'll get it sooner rather than later. Zuckerberg doesn't miss a trick to earn money, so you will be absolutely fine at some point. Golf is the most frustrating game. Usually I hit a tree. I mean, in other Tottenham news, so we've got the Van der Ven Sober comments that keep coming out. I almost feel like Romano feels like he has to update us Spurs fans every 2 days just as to what's going on. And it feels like it's not a lot. You got Hugo Lloris. Paul O'Keefe said that his contract is going to be ripped up, which makes sense. There are varying reports yesterday in regards to Ivan Perisic. Some people saying he's going back to Croatia. Some reports saying he's not. Some saying he'll pay his contract out. Some saying we'll rip it up. Who knows? Also, you've got the Lynx taking the Lynx taking Højbjerg to Atletico Madrid. Some saying we've opened talks. Some saying there are no talks. It's hugely frustrating. It feels like we take forever to do anything, whether it's incoming, outgoing. And then you look down the road at teams like Arsenal and Chelsea, and it just seems to be like that. And it's very, very frustrating. Hey, it is what it is. By the way, we're at that stage of the show now. Get in your questions. To be sure to have them read out. Make sure they're a super chat. If not, I will get to as many questions as possible. Please don't think that I miss your questions. I do star them and then get to as many as possible. Emmanuel Kane, the latest news was that Fabrizio Romano, I'll put it on the screen again. This is the latest news. This is what Romano said. Hopefully you can all see that Edmund Tapsoba remains on Tottenham's list. He's always been the top target. Spurs are now working on both Van der Ven and Tapsoba, up to the club to decide who to sign based on financial package. So that's the latest news on those two. Get your questions in. Let's go through some questions. This show is not about me. It's about you guys. Smash the like button. Let's get to 200 as quickly as possible. We've got 126 and 20% of the 120 people that have voted are on Threads. Quickly work that out, Mass. Is that 30? 13, 16? No, that's not. No, that's what, 25? Just under 25. If you are on Threads, feel free. Go over, subscribe to me. I'll follow you back. It's free. I'll follow you back. I like to see everyone's content. And smash that subscribe button. So far, only one person has during today's show, which is really, really tight. Aaron has said for the footy, I just can't get anything out of transfer talk from anyone. Once they're holding the shirt up, that's when I can make my decisions if I'm happy or not. Yeah, there are people like that. I hear you. I do hear you. Michael Rogers said, I'm psychic. We'll have at least one new centre-back before we head out to Asia. When do we go to Asia? What's the exact date? Does anyone know the exact date? We should get an Arab team to make an offer. For who? Who are we talking about? Who are we talking about there, Quinny? Who are we asking for teams to bid for? Højbjerg out for Hatate. Yes, I know I say his name every stream. Who says no? I'd take that all day long. I like players with an engine. I like players that get about the park, that are industrious. I'd take that all day long. Who knows? That could be a plan. Kiatan has said, Savva, get Premsy next time on the show. Listen, Premsy will come on the show. I'm sure he will. I'm sure he's not watching, but Premsy will come on the show next season for some Arsenal content. It's all good. It's all good. Lloyd Hughes has said, good morning, ladies and gents. What a stunning day. Looking forward to a cold Peroni when I finish work. Lloyd, where in the world are you? Where in the world will this cold Peroni be taking place? I'm more of an IPA man myself. I'm more of a neck oil or a gamma ray. I'm more of that type of guy. But I will be. I'm meeting the boys in the pub garden at 5 p.m. So 6.5 hours away until my first beer. Walter Boberger said, might be wrong, but we sent a bid on VDV. Yeah, no, apparently we did. And there was no news, was there, Walter, about did we get rejected or was it accepted or are they negotiating? Yeah, all very strange. 308 people, only one subscriber, only 129 likes. Everyone is going on really, really tight today. This is really, really tight. Come on, people. Smash that like and that subscribe button. Stuart Wheeler said, next Friday, new Kane deal signed. Laporte and Harvey Barnes signed. Big club. Yeah, I can't see any of that happening, my friend. But good luck to you with that one. 16th of July we go, do we? Is this what you're saying? The 16th of July? Right. Okay, yeah. Other people saying the 16th or the 14th. Okay, right. If it's the 14th, then we've got 1 week. If I'm not wrong, it's the 7th of July today, right? Wow. So we've got 1 week if we want to take players on the tour that we want to bed in. And again, this is Tottenham Hotspur. Mark, Fred's is Instagram. Fred's is Zuckerberg's version of Twitter. It actually looks quite clean. Let me show you what it looks like. So for anyone that can see it, so it looks like that. You can see, look, the typical Savva. Oh, hang on. Really difficult to get this straight. Typical Savva. My first post today was, how long can it take to get a centre-back signed? Let's be honest. If there was any ambition, we will be signing both this week. Starters, I mean to go on. But does anyone make me wrong? Thank you to the 3 or 4 people who did just follow. And as you will see, I've just followed you all back. I'm not one of those that needs 1 million subscribers and I won't follow people back. I will always follow people back. There you go. 5 people have just subscribed. Subscribed, followed is the right term for that platform, isn't it? So thank you very much to those people. And whoever just accepted my request. Liam has said, Savva, do you think Reguilon has a place in the Ange squad? I prefer him over Sessegnon and Perisic, who frankly both need to go. I prefer him over... Listen, I think Sessegnon is a dreadful footballer, if I'm brutally honest. I think I think he's a dreadful footballer. Sessegnon, and Perisic for me is old and gone. For me, I think I would rather have Reggie and I'd be happy if I had Reguilon and Udogie as my two at the left back. I guess the question is, Reguilon's 26, right? He's moved around a bit in the last 5 years. He's had 4 different clubs. Does he want to find a home now? That's the question. But listen, if he goes, he goes. If he stays, he stays. I'm comfortable with that one. There's the first preseason match on the 18th. Wow. Okay. Taymad has said, thoughts on Ange's Q&A. Yeah, I like him. I think he comes across really well. I think he answers the questions really well. I really, really like him. I've said that from the beginning. I like this guy. The more research I do on him, the more I like him. People are starting to add me on threads. Let me add you all back. Scott Quarterman, I've added you. Scott Colliver. D. Preciado 04 said the VDV sealed by next week. So happy threads to all of you. It's only been going 24 hours, but it seems interesting. So, Daniel said I had a frustrating Instagram debate about Jesus Christ, about Højbjerg. Not class, but apparently I just don't watch him close enough. Somebody, I don't know if it was somebody on here, tagged me into a debate on Instagram yesterday about Højbjerg. And yeah, I saw people going well over the top. This is our best midfielder. This guy's class. And it really does make me wonder what people watch. Everybody, let's go through it. IPA, Peter agrees with the IPA. Sean is a Jameson on ice guy. What's your drink of choice, people? I'm sure some of you don't drink. What's your drink of choice? Now, this is a great game to play because on a day like this, I want a lovely Copperberg in a beer garden, right? When I'm down the pub and it's a normal day and I'm inside, I like a neck oil. Or if any of you haven't tried it, try Prime Time Lager. A couple of guys I know that have started a beer company called Prime Time. It's getting bigger and bigger and it's a lovely drop. It's gluten-free. It's not too hoppy and it won't bloat you. There you go. A nice free plug for Prime Time Lager. They don't sponsor me or anything. Just I know the guys that do it. And yeah. Back to the football. Chico has said, just woke up and Savva streaming just in time for my breakfast. Jesus, what time do you wake up, Chico? Where are you? Just waking up? Raf has said, are we using Van der Ven to haggle the Tapsoba price down? It looks like we really want Tapsoba, but Leverkusen aren't budging with their asking price. Yeah, possibly. The question I would ask is, have we even, what is the asking price for Tapsoba? I don't know. We should be getting both. Big up to you, Mark. Big up to you. Hope you're well, sir. Paul has said, do you think we're keeping it quiet until the deal is done? We've been very sneaky this window, apart from Maddison. Yeah, but at what point, Paul, I don't disagree with you. My question would be this. At what point do we stop being sneaky and do we actually just get our business done? Like, at what point? Is it before we go away? Is it whilst we're away and players fly out and meet people out there? And thank you. We just had a little surge. 7 people have just followed on YouTube. So if we are now 40 subscribers, and I will give away a Spurs shirt to somebody in this chat. Can't say fairer than that. 40. Where are we? Sam has said Wolfsburg will stand strong and hope other teams come in for him to maximise value. Obviously, there's going to be a bit of that as well. Let's talk Tottenham. Has said, obviously, we need a backup for Maddison with his injury problems that he's had. Who would you get in? I'm somebody that when I actually look at this, I always hear this. I always hear about Maddison's injury problems. But yet Maddison seems to play nearly every game every season. He plays a lot. He's played, other than last season, he's played over 34 Premier League games in every one of his seasons. So I don't know if it's as bad as people make out. Could that be where we see Brian Hill? Maybe Alfie Devine? I'm just surmising. So we leave in 1 week and we have the weekend. It's very tight. Yeah, I would love to think we get it done before we get at least one of them. At least one of the centre. One? Sorry, that's two, isn't it? Oh, getting delirious. At least one of the centre backs. Hang on, I can hear my dog crying. Frank! Probably sitting by his bowl, crying for more food. Sorry, but you know what it's like when you're a pet owner. You hear your dog crying, and straight away your heart melts. Not you, little pug. Surely one centre back. Surely one centre back by the time we go away next Friday, if it is next Friday. Oh wow, what a question, Keith Shields. Old school Pumas all day long, my man. Old school Pumas. Yeah, let's take this back to the old school. Remember when football boots were all black? Those days. DJ19 said we're waiting for 100 million for Kane to get Van der Ven and Tapsoba and Alex Scott. I'd take that as a trade. Dare I say it? If Kane wants to go, I'd take that as a trade. Absolutely would. I think we need two centre backs. You'd then have attacking options from Scott, Maddison, Hill, Richarlison, Son, Kulusevski. Then you buy another forward. Hey, Fred could be getting sued by good old Musk. Oh, God. Stuart William, maybe Ange will buy a couple of Aussies while he's on tour and leave Darren Sanchez in the outback. Please, we can only but hope. Dale Schoeneck or Schoeneck said, I've seen the links from Atletico Madrid for Højbjerg. We should keep him because we don't know when Bentancur will be back. I would rather let Skip go. I think the difference is, Dale, is Skip will count as homegrown and Højbjerg will make more money. I've got no problem letting Højbjerg go. I want to stop seeing average players in Spurs shirts. Look at Blissy showing off. Off to IB for the weekend. Going big, but we'll recover by the pool with Savva every day. Can I just confirm, Blissy, before rumours start? You won't be with me. I won't be at that pool. I'm not going to be there stroking your hangover better. But thank you very much. Hopefully everyone knew what you meant. Ngoni said, where does Mbappe play this season? People, where does Mbappe play this season? All signs point to PSG. I mean, Real Madrid will have to come up with a huge figure, wouldn't they? To get Mbappe, a huge figure. And they seem to be signing a lot of players elsewhere. However, it's Real Madrid. Real Madrid, if anyone are capable of just going, bang, 130 million, whatever. But I reckon PSG, but I reckon this will be one that rumbles on to the end of the season, end of the transfer window. Thank you to the 3 people that have just subscribed as well. We're now 37 subscribers away from a free Tottenham shirt. It will be a real Tottenham shirt with whatever name you want on the back. And there are people in here before who have won a Spurs shirt from me, so they know that it is legitimate. Big up to you as well, Yuvraj. Big up to you. Perchy TV. Yeah, Fred seems okay. I think they've got to play about with it at the moment. I don't like that it's in no particular order, but it does seem quite decent. I had a few people follow today. It seems quite good. Wow, I'm getting a lot of followers today, and I'm following everyone back. So, hey, if you have followed, let me know, and I can follow you back. Shafay said, why the rush for centre-back, Savva? We only went and conceded 63 goals. Oh, don't. Oh, Shafay, don't. You would think, wouldn't you? You would think that the first thing Spurs would do is go, boom, boom. 2 centre-backs done. Right, now what else do we need? Boom, boom. 2 centre-backs, James Maddison, right, and a goalkeeper. Right, there you go. There's your 4 key areas we needed to look at this summer. Would everyone agree with that? Yeah? Would everyone agree with that? Yes, Sean and I are going to be doing a lot of work together this year. Fear not. Sean and I are together. Again, it makes it sound like we're in love. Sean and I, he's going to be on the Spurs review as normal on Sunday. I'll be joined by Tapin Tobes and Fuad Kadani as well. So a big show for our first one, of the new season. But Sean and I stream every week together. We do 2 or 3 shows together. Love working with Sean. I think he's got a real refreshing way of looking at football. I think I look at it a completely different way. but I think that's probably what makes some of the chemistry work. Hopefully you guys see that as well. And then we chuck in Henry. He falls off his chair, wears his baseball cap backwards. He's more emotional than the other two of us. I think it makes a nice little free when we do a little show together. Yes, I agree with this. I agree. Pretty sure the Fulham are still laughing about what we paid for Sessegnon. I think it's been an absolute dreadful signing. So it was you, Daniel. Okay, right. Okay, yeah. That Fred did make me laugh, mate, and I think I was diplomatic in my response. But yeah, it was weird, man. It was weird. The number of people talking about Højbjerg like he's Rodri, or do you know what I mean? Like he's Rodri or Fabinho or something. It was just weird. Daddy's Pork Tower. I mean, what? Really? Come on. Come on. What a name. Lenny Moon. Big up, Lenny Moon. Good morning, Savva, my brother. Good morning to you as well, Lenny. Good morning. Imagine if my name was Moon. Like Richard Moon instead of Richard Savva. Richard Moon. Don't know if it quite goes. Moon. Like, I'm guessing amongst your mates, are you like, when you go down the pub, it's like, hey, Mooney. Is it Mooney or any other variation of that name? I've always just been Savva or Sav, but only people who really know me call me Sav. I don't like it when new people call me Sav. You know, when you meet someone and someone says, oh, this is Sav, and I go, all right, Sav. And I'm like, oh, no, you don't know me well enough. But yeah. Hey, just going off there. Oh, hang on. We got some drink choices in here. Oh, where are we? A shandy. No, kudos. Come on. No point having alcohol and sticking lemonade in it. Johnny Walker Green. Yeah, I'm a Johnny Walker Blue guy, but Johnny Walker Green, what a lovely drop. Diet Coke, London Pride. By the way, I hope none of you have started these drinks this morning because it is, well, depending where you are, it is really, really early. Really, really early. Where are we? There's so many comments in the chat. Peter said, if Rice is 100 million, surely Kane is 200 million. Yeah, but unfortunately, that's not how life works. Harry Kane is 30 years of age. You're not getting 10 years out of Harry Kane. There's no sell-on value for Harry Kane. Come on, we've got to think about it a little bit more. You know, we got to think about it a bit more with more common sense. I know we always want to, you know, oh, Spurs, but come on. Harry Kane would have been worth 200 million 2 years ago, sure, but he's 30. This is going to be his last contract, right? His last proper move or his first, depending on which way you look at it. Martinos Perdikis. Martinos, are you Greek, my friend? Have I got your nationality wrong? Are you Greek? If you are, no problem with it. I'm half Greek, by the way. I'm sure you guessed that from my name. Where do I see Porro playing in an Ange system? Well, this is an interesting one, isn't it? Because for me and Sean, Henry and I talk about this quite a lot. Without a proper number 6, I worry about having two attack-minded fullbacks that come into midfield and invert in terms of Porro and Udogie. Porro, for me, would be better high up the pitch, but can you find a way to get him and Kulusevski in? Obviously, it's good to have them both, and you've got squad options. I don't know. I'll be really interested to see this play out, to be honest, Martinos. I'll be really interested. Let's have a look. Make Trump again. At Savva, you are being called a hypocrite by some. I won't name regarding lowering the standards. How to respond? Oh, I know. Well, listen, if people want to call me a hypocrite and can't even come on my own show and do it, they're not really the people that I care about their opinion, are they? They're idiots. Anyone can come onto my show, have the chat with me or live or in my comments. But if they're saying it behind my back, then cool. I don't know how I'm lowering my standards. I've literally started this show by asking for Tap Sober and Van der Ven. You know, we've bought James Maddison for car. I don't know what that means, lowering my standards. I want to see a team build. I don't know what that means. Hey, those people are welcome to their opinion. That's fine. I don't really care. That's fine. Tagaro, big up you. I said a lot of talk relating to Ange getting the best out of players. Well, listen, that's a manager's job, right? That's a manager's job. That's what Antonio Conte should have been doing last season, and he didn't. He didn't get the best out of anyone. So, yeah, Adam McFarlane said, once again, Levy is the stumbling block. If Chelsea needed 2, they would get Tapsoba and Mickey. End of, get it done. Yeah, if they wanted those 2, they'd both be in Chelsea shirts by now. But look, I mean, for me, it's just disappointing we haven't even managed to get one of them done. That's a worry for me. Thank you for the 2 people that have just subscribed as well. We're now at 34 subscribers to go. 34 in an hour, and I give away a free Spurs shirt. Big up, Finn. I'll follow you back if you're talking about Freds. I will. I can't do everything on my phone right now, but I will follow you back. As opposed to keeping Kane, is that in regards to, listen, if we sold Kane and could get 4 players from it, if we sold Kane, we would only be selling him because he wants to go. Let's remember that for the moment. It's not like I'm offering to sell Kane and he wants to stay. If Kane leaves, it's because Kane wants to go. Right? If we then signed Van der Ven, Tapsoba, Alex Scott, and another forward, would that not be excellent business? I just think like we need to start making moves as a football club now. We can't base this whole football club around Harry Kane any longer, can we? Hey, I'm just saying. So the question about Freds, 200 people have voted and 25% are on it. So 50 people are on Freds. Guys and girls, go over there. Join me. I'll follow you back. Go over there. If you follow me, I'll follow you. And we can all grow each other's presence, can't we? Where are we? Well, so many comments. There's so many people in the chat. Apologies if I miss anything out. I don't mean to. You all know me. I try and read out as much as possible. Mike Reyes has said, Savva, why there's so many Arsenal fans everywhere on social media on every football channel? They're a big club with a big following. It's that simple. They're a big club with a big following. They probably say the same about Spurs. Yeah. Listen, Fuad and Tobes, great guys. I really get on well with both of them. They're both coming on Sunday. Don't miss it. 8 p.m. The Spurs review. Myself, Spurs talk show. Sean, obviously that is Fuad and Tobes, as in Tapping Tobes. Join us. DJ has said, feel like Højbjerg has shown more backbone than a lot. So to move him on for funds is unfortunate but understandable. It is, but do you know what I think we've got to stop doing? I think it's the emotional side we need to let go of. I want better footballers in the team. Apparently, I've let my standards slip. I don't know what that means, but I want better footballers. So, yeah. Sean Egan has said, if it takes 100 million bid from Bayern to get Kane to fund getting Tapsoba and VDV, make it happen. I think for me, if you're getting 100, we've already got money, right? Because we're going to get one of Van der Ven or Tapsoba. So for me, if you sell Harry Kane for 100 million, you've now got 140 odd million. You can get Tapsoba and Van der Ven for 80. You've then got 60 million to buy another couple of players. I just think at this point, we need to start being frugal. And the problem is our fans can't get over Harry Kane. The thought of losing Harry Kane kills our fan base, doesn't it? It really, really does. Daniel has said, I was told, who do you replace PHE with? Listen, I'll tell you what, many players you could replace Højbjerg. Again, love him as a character, love his heart, love his loyalty, but surely we want better footballers, don't we? Big up to you. Big up. El Dante said, good morning, Savva. I hope you're doing good. Transfers definitely seem to freeze this week ever since we were meant to be on the verge of signing Van der Ven. Yep, very disappointing, isn't it? Yes, it is 5 o'clock somewhere. Everyone get your alcohol out. No. I'm not condoning that. Harvey Troy, what do I think of Guinness? There's a time and a place for it. I like a Guinness, but Jesus, does it fill me up. Let's get back to the football. Yes, Greek Cypriot family from, my dad was from Paphos. So yeah, big up Philly 2109 in the chat said, big up Savva and good morning to all in the chat. By the way, Mooney has different context personally. I would be wanting to be called that. Fair enough. Aaron Birrell has said Porro has to challenge Kulu for the right winger spot. 100%. I'll be so annoyed to see him stay in defensive duties. What a waste that will be. Well, yeah, this is going to be part of the fun to see what Ange Postecoglou puts together. Right, this is going to be part of the fun. They really are. They really are, Shafay. Spurs are really pushing those pictures of Ndombele. Now, this I agree with. Kudos. I was having this chat with somebody on was I on Never a Foul? I was on one of the shows last week, and And I was saying this to somebody, like, I get loads of people now saying, oh my God, you've lowered your expectations, because I said I'd be happy to sign a player like Alex Scott, for example, or I'd be happy with Matt O'Reilly from Celtic. And what I said to them was this, Kudos. Personally, my expectation, my standards would be that Spurs go and sign Rodri for centre mid. Yeah, that we get a Serbi from Inter Milan at centre back. Yeah, that we sign Onana in goal. That we go and buy Vlahovic up front. But reality and expectation is not that, right? Reality is not that. My understanding that Spurs can't just go and pluck any player they want because we're not as attractive as other clubs makes me realise that our expectations should be tempered a tiny bit. But people don't want to hear this. What people want to hear is that I'm going, oh my God, go on Spurs, go and sign Mbappe. Come on, we've got to be real. This question's been flying around. I don't even know what this means, Peter. What does the best out of Ndombele mean is my question back. What does it even mean? What is Ndombele's best? We've never seen it. No one's ever seen it. Gregor. Oh, look, Jesus, here he is. Carl Walker, Championship defender with pace. I love it when you do this. Good morning to you, sir. Hope you are well. Gregor has said, do you think Evan Ferguson will be a top striker in the next season or two? Personally, I see him and Ivan Toney together a good replacement for Kane. Evan Ferguson looks very good. It looks very good. I think the thing with, as with anything, is, look, he's played a handful of games for Brighton. Let's let the guy have a year or two and establish himself. For me, what he needs to do is make himself the number one striker at Brighton this season and score a bundle of goals. But he's young. I think people are hyping up, as we always do. But yeah, he looks to have everything. I'm just going to check and see if Fabrizio Romano has said anything else. I know people would have let me know. No. Fabrizio Romano has just said this about Man United. Man United have Japanese goalkeeper Zion Suzuki from Urawa Reds on their radar. He's one of the options as a new backup goalkeeper. Wow. Man United looking to buy Onana and Suzuki. Man Latatra says, Savva, you are winning people more than your club. I don't know what that means, but it sounds nice. Thank you very much. It really does sound nice. People, smash the like button. We are nearly at 200 likes, 184 likes. If anyone would like to put in a super chat to ensure their question gets read out, then please do put in a super chat. Keep subscribing. We are now 29 away from giving away a free shirt. So we've had 21 subscribers in the first 51 minutes. If we can get 29 more, I will give away a free Spurs shirt live on air. Can't say fairer than that. Kudos said, Arsenal, the most mouthy fan base in the league. Yeah, especially when their team is doing well. Lee has said, people getting on the club's back with regard to defender signings, but the issue could be their clubs don't want to sell, like us with Kane. Lee, I'm not hearing that as an excuse. There are many players that transfer every window. Surely by now, if Van der Ven and Tapsoba are not the centre-backs that will leave and their clubs won't sell them, you have a list of names, you go and get somebody else. I don't buy this at all. This is not how transfers work. Every other club seems to do it. Glenna said, Rory Jennings said, Maddison will get into every team in the league and now says it's an uninspiring signing for us. That guy is too much. That guy is an idiot. I'd love to debate with Rory Jennings. The guy comes out with so much nonsense. It is unbelievable. It really, really is embarrassing, some of the stuff he comes out with. Where are we? Sorry, somebody just sent me, have you seen what somebody messaged me and said, have you seen what Romano said? And I'm thinking, oh God, yeah, this is good. And it was just what he said earlier on. So there wasn't really any news there. Keep liking, keep subscribing, people. We've got a very loyal following on this channel and let's help it grow. I would love this guy. I would love to sign Milenkovic-Savic. Would love to sign him, top midfielder. Hey, all depends what Ange wants, right? Big up. Yeah, get over there and subscribe to Perchy. Get over there and subscribe to Perchy and to the coffee company as well. 18 Spurs, Marco 82. Wow, that's a name for you. Personally, would move Pierre and Skip on for upgrades, both sideways merchants who offer very little other than grass covering. No more sentiment. I wouldn't have worded it like that, but I agree with everything he said. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We say Kane's good for another 5 seasons. Yeah, but we've got no way of knowing that. And the thing is, at the end of the day, if he doesn't want to sign a new contract, then you've got to get the money for him. You've got to. Cannot let this guy go on a free. Can we? Surely we can't let this guy go on a free. You can't let a striker of this ability, a football player of this ability, walk away from your club on a free to a rival. You can't. So if he doesn't want to sign, get rid of him. Michael said Spurs fans are too emotionally attached to Kane. Life and football moves on. I agree. I came to peace a while ago that Harry Kane has had his head turned and would like to move. If he stays, fantastic. If he goes, cool, we move on. I've seen top players. I've seen Bale come and go. I've seen Modric come and go. I've seen Sheringham come and go twice. I've seen Ginola come and go. I've seen Gaza come and go. I've seen Hoddle go. Right at the beginning of my Spurs journey, I've seen Waddle go. Right, we've seen top players come, top players go. It's fine. The club will move on. We'll be fine. Daniel said, sell Kane, buy Tapsoba, Van der Ven, Tony, and Scott. We'll still need number 6, but overall, that is a squad overhaul and improved. Again, for the greater good of the club, if that is what it took, and obviously we're just surmising. We're just surmising, people. Let's not get angry. I'm not saying you, Daniel, but let's not get angry about these things. I agree. I think for the good of the club. Barcelona channel stating that the Saudis are looking at Kessie. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I suppose once the Saudi clubs come in for you, we won't compete financially. Let's Talk Tottenham said, on the Porro talk with how attacking will be, even the fullbacks will be attacking. Porro is our best fullback with the ball at his feet, so inverted could be class. True, but he's also our worst fullback defensively. So I'll be interested to see how that works. Daniel has said, use Højbjerg sale and other funds raised through Deadwood for Amrabat. And we are where we want to be from our first transfer window on the range. I think the question with Amrabat is, would he come to Spurs? Apparently, Barcelona and Man United want him. And let's be really honest, we can't compete with Barcelona or Man United. As much as people will say, just throw money at it, Amrabat is going to pick those two over us. Danny's direction has said, Porro is elite going forward. I'm looking forward to seeing how he develops. Sure, I agree with you. He is very, very good going forward. Thank you very much, people. We've just hit 200 likes. But the negative side of that is there are 404 people in here, which means 204 people have not smashed the like button. For anyone that has just joined the show, there are 400 of you in here. If we get 50 subscribers during this show, I will give away a Spurs shirt, a real Spurs shirt that I will send to you. You can have whatever name you want on the back, a player's name, your own name, whatever you like. Now, for that to happen, we are 27 subscribers away. So we've had 23 subscribers in the first 56 minutes, and we'll be going till about 10 to 12. So we have got just under an hour to get 26 subscribers now, so I can give away a Spurs shirt. Hey, it's up to you guys. Maybe people don't want one, but hey, the offer's there. Did he have a good run under Mourinho? I don't remember this. I don't remember. I mean, he played a few games. I don't remember him doing anything. I remember him being on his hands and knees a lot because he couldn't run because he was so unfit. Hey, I'm just saying. Wow, there's a few people now on Freds. It's all going mad on Freds. And yeah, but by the way, anybody who is on Freds that's followed me, you will notice that I have already followed you back. So yeah. So we're now 26 subscribers away from giving away a free shirt. I don't know. Shauna said, Savva, did you see the package that Spurs put out with Ange responding to fans' questions? I thought it was well done as a PR exercise for the non-Ange believers. I agree. I think he came across really, really well. I think he's a good guy that you want to listen to talk about football. There's a bloody fly in it. Did anyone see that? That's really annoying. That's really going to annoy me. It is what it is. Savva, what number 6 would you buy if you were Daniel Levy and had tight purse strings? I would look at maybe McGregor of Celtic or Zubamendi of Real Sociedad. I'd like Amrabat. I just don't feel that we'll get him. Somebody just said, big up Savva, watching you stream live now. Absolutely smashing it. Oh, thank you. People are very kind sometimes. I'm sure for every nice comment you get 10 bad ones, but hey, it is what it is. 25 subscribers away now. We're 25 subscribers away. We're halfway to giving away a Spurs shirt. There will be giveaways throughout the season, but we are growing. Here we go. Balogun is slowly replacing Pulisic as Captain America. Arsenal might keep him. He looks decent. I would like to see what he does in a better league, but looks decent. Mark, I said, can I have Mabert 6 on the back of the shirt? Yeah, well, if we get to that stage, we got 50 minutes to get another 25 subscribers, Mark. So once we get there, and we'll do a random pick. Dale said, Savva, do you think Kulu could play the number 10 role if Maddison is rested in a few games? Yeah, I think it's an option. I don't see him as an out-and-out number 10, but I do see it as an option, definitely. My worry with Kulusevski has always been consistency, but he's definitely talented. When he does show up, he's brilliant. I just think we need to see more. Morton Barley said, constantly hear of us making verbal offers only for players. Just so wondering who is on the phone to the other clubs. Daniel Levy or Scott Munn. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of talk about who is in charge at the moment, what's happening, etc., etc. So it remains to be seen. Kudos coming in and said, selling Kane may be the best thing that has happened to this club in a while. Been saying maybe we should sell Kane since 2018. This is one of those situations where all looks lost and dead if you sell a player like Harry Kane. But clubs all over the world lose their top player and build. For me, my problem with Tottenham is we are so reliant on one man that if Kane wasn't here, whether he chooses to go or sold or walks next year, it will force us to become a team. It will force us to become a team where we don't have a 30-goal-a-season man. And Son has to get 15. Kulu has to get 15. Maddison has to get 10 to 15. One of the other midfielders chips in. Richarlison needs to get... That's what you need to have. So I don't see it as this big... I think so many people are like, oh my God, if Kane goes, the club is relegated. Oh my God. I don't see it like that at all. I see that we build, we'll grow. And as I said, Spurs fans who are, well, we've all seen top players come and go. It's life. It's football. Moves on. Mike Reyes said, Savva, start, bench, drop. Be honest. Henry, Drogba, Kane. Easy for start is Henry. I think that man was he was something else, wasn't he? Absolutely. That guy's on a different plane of football. That guy was just sensational. Just horrible that he played for them down the road. Now, I would say this. 9 times out of 10, I would bench Kane and drop Drogba. In the big games, in the finals, I would have Drogba playing over the other two. There we go. I'm just trying to be honest. You know me, I'm not biased, just trying to be honest. AO has said, Savva, thoughts on the Oscar Gluck link. Not a player I know a lot about. I need to go and do some research on this guy. Lots of people saying that he's this wonder kid. I need to go and do some research. So I can't really, I don't want to be one of these fans who pretends I know what I'm talking about if I don't. So no, I don't really know. I'll come back to me next week with that. I'll go and do some research. Where are we? There we go. Nige, come on, guys, get subscribing. I'd love a new shirt for my son. There's 410 of you in here. I don't believe that you would have all subscribed. If you haven't, well, you're watching, so you might as well subscribe. You know you're going to watch again over the weekend when we do the Spurs review. By the way, the Spurs review is going to be massive Sunday night, the first one of the new season. Savva, this guy, Sean from Spurs Talk Show, Tobes from Tapping Tobes TV, and we've got Fuad Kadani. He's a brilliant Spurs pundit, so he'll be joining us on Sunday, 8 p.m. for the Spurs review. Be there or don't, but be there. It's the biggest Spurs show on a Sunday night. Daniel has said, I think a player that is slept on in the number 6 role is Douglas Luiz. He would play the quarterback role really well. The question is, would Villa sell him and how much? I don't think Villa would sell him, especially not to us. We're one of their rivals now. I don't think they'd sell to us. I do like him, though. I actually really like John McGinn as a footballer as well. Villa have got a nice little group of central midfielders there now, haven't they, for depth? They've got Jacob Ramsey, Douglas Luiz, John McGinn, Dendonka's there at the moment, Tielemans, Buendia for a bit further forwards. So they've got some decent players there in midfield. Looks like they're doing some good bits. They've got Pau Torres at the back with Diego Carlos when he comes back, Moreno at left back. Hey, Villa are doing some good little things there. I agree. I don't want to keep him, but I guess we'll see. It's up to Ange, isn't it? That's what they'll say. Keep smashing those likes, people. We're at 248, so we're nearly at the 300 mark. Equally, if you'd like to become a channel member or send a super chat, please feel free to do so. We are now 23 subscribers away from a Spurs shirt. 23 subscribers away. Come on, 23. Hey, you've got 45 minutes to get 23. By the way, Perchy, you still haven't sent me the link. Your donut, send me the link. Send it to me if you want me to come on at 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock. It's all Fred's is going mad. Loads of people joining it today, I see. If you haven't joined Fred's, please do. And I will follow you. 7 people have just followed me, so I'll just follow them all back. There you go. Right, where are we? Where's the next question? Oh, Spurs Stew, for sure. Morning, Savva. Good morning to you. Great Spurs shirt there, by the way. So sick of hearing about Ndombele. The guy can't even complete 90 minutes. Imagine if all of us went home from work at lunchtime because we were tired. Love it. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Love that. Really, really love that. Brian Murphy, big up, Brian. Long time no see. Maybe it's been 2 days, but long time. I've read this morning that we're looking at giving Longley a contract. For me, this will show that we're just not, we're not serious. This will show that we've not learned any lessons and we're not serious. If we signed Van der Ven and Tapsoba and then signed Longley as a 4th choice centre-back, I'm happy with it. This can't be one of our main centre-backs. Philly, I said, please like and subscribe to one of the YouTube content creators, the one and only Savva at the Football Heritage. Yeah, please do. We are now 22 subscribers away from giving away a free shirt. So that means 28 subscribers we've had today. 22 subscribers away. And we'll do this every couple of weeks. Morton Barley has said next season's squad should be done and dusted and ready to go on the tour plane by the end of the week. With anyone not flying, heading for the exit door, getting transfer window deja vu yet again. Unfortunately, I am. I'll be honest. If I was a druggie, which I'm not. By the way, I've never ever touched a drug. People never believe that. My drug is alcohol. I've never actually touched a drug though. No one ever believes that. They go, "Oh, of course you have." I haven't. Never tried a cigarette or a drug. Don't know why I felt the need to explain that. But if I was a druggie, I would be needing my next fix about now because the hype has worn off from Vicario and Maddison, and we've just gone all a bit stale again. Like no one's even leaving. We need some out. We need some out and some in, and we need the merry-go-round. Yeah, Steve has said Savva looks like PEH is going to have Pierre Højbjerg is going to Atletico Madrid. Yeah, I hope so. Hopefully that allows us to go and get a more industrious midfielder. Guys and girls, 21 away. 21 away. Subscribe. If 21 people in this chat went and subscribed right now, we can give away a free Spurs shirt. Hey, it is what it is. John says, Savva would love a Spurs kit for my son. Listen, 21 people have got to subscribe and we get there. You can get whatever you want on the back of your jersey if you win. And by the way, there is a tool for selecting somebody, by the way. So just in case anyone thinks I'm all right, where are we? StreamYard, where are StreamYard giveaway tool? Yeah. Here we go. StreamYard giveaway tool. Yeah, I'm just going to make sure so that this is above board. But at the moment, I don't need to worry about it because we need 21 more subscribers. StreamYard giveaway tool. Where are we? Hang on, where are we? Perfect. Create a world from the StreamYard. There we go. Here we go. Right, here we go. Create Friday morning. Create. I'll get this done in a minute. Look, we've got to get there first and foremost, people. We have got to get there. We have only got 40 minutes left to do it, and we are 20 subscribers away. Big up to Tigaro, who has said in a super chat, thank you very much. Ange is an awesome man manager. He creates self-belief in people. The football is a symptom of Ange's skill in getting the best out of his people. Amen. This is what we need. This is what the club need desperately. We need a man like that. Oh, come on. Keep it clean. Yes. Sean, I've misplaced the link to do this. By the way, if you want to come on, Sean, for the last 30, 40 minutes, you're more than welcome. Let me know. Depends. You've probably just woken up knowing you at 11 a.m. Again, thank you, Tigaro. Thank you for the super chat. It is much appreciated. And I agree with everything you've just said there. Lucky Singh, I said, Alex Tellez, Eric Bailly, I'm pushing to go. Oh, from Man United. I'll send you the link, Sean. 1 second. Let's get Sean onto the show. Copy the link. Where are we? Compose. Savva. There we go. 1 second, people. Bear with me. This is the beauty of broadcasting live. StreamYard. There we go. Let's get that out my emails. Here we go. Sean, it should be with you. Copy URL. Oh, copy URL, Sean. Where are we? Sean, I'll stick it in the group with me, you and Henry. Paste. There we go. Done. 400 of you in here. Thank you so much to everyone who takes the time to watch me every day. There will not be a Saturday morning show. And Sunday morning there will be, Sunday morning there won't be a show, but there will be the Spurs review Sunday night. Spurs talk show is in the building. Sean, have you lost your hats or are you just going for a new look?
No, I'm putting it back on.
Oh, I liked it.
People have been bullying me, mate. People have been bullying me in the comments on my videos saying, Sean, do you sleep with that hat on? Sean, do you make love with that hat on? The answer to both is, of course, non-resounding yes. But I feel like...
I strangely now have an image of Sean making love with his hat on and nothing else. Wonderful morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. You right?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. Listen, if you want to do Bugsy's in the background, what's happening, Bugs?
Hey, go on, Bugsy.
If you want to do your giveaway, you go to streamyard.com/giveaway. Then you pick the stream that you're currently on, and then you have to put like a word like hashtag giveaway or hashtag sub me now or whatever, and then you tell the audience what that word is, and then anyone who wants to participate in the giveaway will then have to put the word exactly as you say it or spell it in, and then they'll be put into the pool of people once you get your subscriber numbers up.
All right, streamyard.com/giveaway. I've got saying create an account. I'm sure I've got an account. No, I haven't. Here we go. Right, a Friday morning chat with Savva. Sean, you can choose. What should we put in? As the word? What should I put in? Hashtag
sub to Savva. All one word, all lowercase.
There we go. Hashtag sub to Savva. Right. There we go. So just so people can see, if you type in hashtag sub to Savva, you will be in the running to win a Spurs shirt. We do need 20 more subscribers to make this happen. But just to show, I like to show people, you know me, Sean, I like to show people that I'm not a fraud like I did with the charity event. Yeah. Just to show that, what happens here is, I will show you the screen where it shows me how many people have. It will show you that we can. What's the word I'm trying to look for? Right, here you go. If you see that, everybody, you will see there hashtag sub to Savva. then what happens is once we get to the number, I press draw and it will randomly pick somebody that has typed in hashtag sub to Savva for a free
Yeah, and just so
Spurs
you
shirt.
know, there's a guy El Dante. You put in hashtag sub to Savva with 1V, so you won't be in currently. So yeah, you need to like do it again. Make sure you copy the phrase exactamundo.
Yeah,
And then
sub
you'll
to
be okay.
Savva. Do you know, I think more people on a daily basis when they're typing in comments type Savva as S-A-V-A or
Yeah.
S-A-A-V-A. And I've always thought my name's pretty
It is easy.
simple, right? Like
Yeah.
I've always thought it's pretty. Anyway, Sean, I woke up a bit moody today. Not going to lie to you. I woke up a bit moody. And I'm getting a little bit bored of the whole defensive thing with these links of, yeah, we're talking, yeah, we're bidding, but nothing seems to be getting over the line. Am I being typical Spursy, or is this now starting to look like a normal transfer window where we won't get our main targets and we end up going for the long lays?
No, you know what, mate? I think I'm going to be the opposite. If we'll play good cop, bad cop on this one.
Go for it.
I actually think that we're going to get both Tapsoba and Van der Ven done.
Oh.
I just did a video on it. Obviously, like the noise out this morning from Romano is saying like we're working on both deals. I've used that for clickbait purposes to suggest that we're going to get. But I actually think we could. I actually think. Hang on a second. Let me turn my camera
Hello. Hi. Okay, so there you go. Sean admitting live on stream that clickbait is
Yeah. Sorry about that. Anyway, the thing what I was going to say was, I do think that there is I think there's the logical reason to get it done, right? If you get Van der Ven and Tapsoba both in, it allows you to sell both Reguilon and Sessegnon because you can then work with Udogie, Ben Davies, and Van der Ven as left backs, and you can also work with Van der Ven, Tapsoba, and Ben Davies as left-sided centre backs. You don't need the other two. So the argument that we can't afford both is bonkers to me. A, because we're nowhere near FFP anyway. If Arsenal can go out and spend 200 million in 3 windows or on 3 players, I don't know why we can't. Like they made less revenue than us in 2022. Did you see? Sorry, just quickly, Sean. Did you see that in the time apparent? This is apparently I saw this. No, sorry, I did see this, but apparently on what I saw, it said that in the time they've spent 600 million, they've only recouped 75 million of outgoings. Who, Arsenal?
Yeah.
Well, who have they?
Yeah. But that's what I mean. If they okay, so let's look at this. I'm going to use basic math there, right? So that means they've spent in that time 525 million net, right? 525 million they've spent, and we can't get Tapsoba and Van der Ven over the line.
But it
wouldn't make sense.
We absolutely can get them over the line, right? Like
Sure.
FFP is a little bit more like I like to simplify it for the purposes of like my walks because otherwise you'll spend an hour talking about it and say it's no longer about making sure you don't spend more than your profit brings in. It's now around revenue, but you're capped at a certain price point. The first year, which is this year, is 90% of revenue. But there's more to it than that. Like you're not allowed to have debts to teams that are also in trouble. There's a lot more complexity to FFP than just the revenue number. But we are nowhere near in breach of it. Absolutely nowhere near. The only thing that's overhanging, of course, is the amount of money that we've got. We spent 250 million quid on players that are out on loan. But we can get rid of some of these players this summer, balance the books. You write off the owed money on those deals by selling them. So I do think that there's more than enough room to get both done. And like I say, I also think that you could raise £35 million by selling Sessegnon and Reguilon. Both of those players have their own unique value, you know, to a certain... If you can get 10 million for Harry Winks, you can get 10, 15 for Sessegnon. You could definitely get 15 million for Reguilon. Get rid of both of those. You paid for Van der Ven. Bring in Tapsoba. That's your big outlay for the summer. And then you raise the money. I don't want to see this. We're selling Højbjerg and we're paying for those two with the money. No, if we're selling Højbjerg, we have to get another midfielder.
Yeah. I agree. I absolutely agree with that. Guys and girls, we are going to be going for another 32 minutes. 32 minutes for 20 subscribers. Everyone, you can all type in sub to Savva, but unless we get those 20 subscribers, It doesn't matter. There's 417 of you in here. And us YouTubers, we get to see in the background how many of those people are actually subscribers. And I can tell you that something like 40% are not. That means if 20 more of you go over and subscribe, somebody could win a Spurs shirt. And of course, we do this all the time. We're generous. And please go over and subscribe to the Spurs Talk Show with Sean. I'm sure he's got a video coming out in the next hour or so, which will be one of his famous Tottenham walks.
So what I would say to your subscribers, right? I was looking into analytics yesterday, and a stat that popped up, I didn't go searching for it, but 33% of people that watch my content are watching it on TV, right? And that's a regular number. So on TV, if you're going into your smart YouTube app or YouTube app on your smart TV, then obviously it's a little bit more difficult to like the video and subscribe and all that stuff. It takes a bit more effort. But if you are part, and if that number's the same for Savva, which are probably the same, like give or take, if 1/3 of the people watching are not watching at their computer or on their phone, but are doing it on their TV, then can they just spend 10 seconds going out of their way at some point today on YouTube, on a desktop, and hit that subscribe button? Because I reckon there's a load of people that are regular watchers that are just watching via the TV because that's the way that they choose to consume it. But just go out. If it's more complicated to press the subscribe button on TV, then just pop onto your computer for a moment and do it, and it will help Savva out and myself.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thanks for that, Sean. Yeah, listen, we are now 17 away from giving away a free Spurs shirt, and I hope we do. I really hope I do. I'm happy to do that. Jeff Dawson has said, Sean, I checked and found a video of Calvin Phillips' height measurement. He is exactly 5'10.5. To my surprise, will he now be good enough? This is the same Jeff that said he was going to come and find me yesterday. He's going to find my house, which is worrying.
Really?
Well, not really.
No.
Just quickly,
I like Calvin Phillips. I do like Calvin. I think Calvin Phillips would be a really interesting player for Tottenham. I genuinely do. At 5'10.5", I don't know whether or not. Depends whether if he can jump. Like the only reason I think that tall players are necessary in the 6 role is because a lot of the time you're going to be if the press works well, then the ball gets put back to the keeper, and the keeper has 2 options. One is to play to the only centre-back who's unmarked, or to go long. And you want them to go long. You just want to be able to recycle the ball in that scenario. And so having a 5'10" 6, who will be one of the guys at the back, that's not the end of the world if you've got Van der Ven and Tapsoba behind him, who are both 6'3", 6'4". It's just if you've got Eric Dyer and Romero, who barely break 6 foot, and then you've got a Calvin Phillips or a Bissouma, then you're going to lose a lot of those aerial duels anyway. And then if you lose the aerial duel, then the break is on, and then you're in a real problem. So it's stick or twist, really. You know, just how good
absolutely. Absolutely. Just quickly, Jamie Allen, thank you very much for the super chat, has said, any thoughts on Ange being another Bielsa? I don't know. I feel like what we're doing there is we're just chucking everybody into one bucket that plays attacking football. I think that Ange plays attacking football, but from what I've looked, what I've read up, what I've seen, it looks like it's more about being compact as well when you don't have the ball, and it looks more about team shape. With Bielsa, I always felt that it was the complete opposite. It was literally like, we just want to attack. Hence why Calvin Phillips had a lot of work to do while he was at Leeds. Any thoughts on this, Sean? I mean, Ange being another Bielsa?
I mean, that's the first time I've heard that, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. And
it's actually quite an interesting take. Time will tell. Time will tell. You know, Bielsa was loved, by the way. Everyone at Leeds, everywhere he's ever gone, everyone absolutely adores Bielsa. So maybe he is a little bit similar to Ange in that regard. But you know, Bielsa couldn't do it with Leeds. Can Ange do it with Tottenham? Time will tell, mate. It's a really interesting take, though. Something to think about for sure.
Yeah. And we're now 15 subscribers away. 15. We're getting there slowly but surely, people. We're getting there to giving away a free Spurs shirt. A super chat has come in here from Paul Connor. Big up, Paul, who's also a channel member. Said, keep up the good work, mate. Always a great stream. Thank you. It's nice to hear nice things. I once got a super chat that told me I was a terrible YouTuber, but I mean, made a bit of money, you know, hurt my feet. You know, it was like, okay, cool. Like somebody in this show earlier said, what do you make of all those people that are saying that you are selling out Savva and that you're you've let your standards drop. It's like, I don't know what that means. Like, who is out there? Like, I don't watch many YouTube shows, if I'm honest now, Sean. I used to watch loads. I used to watch loads and loads, and I used to comment in the chat. What I realized was, if I go into channels and join in, you get so many people in those comments that obviously don't like me, or they might not like you or Henry or whatever, that the moment you jump into the chat, it's just abuse. Like, it's, you know, I could go in and go, hi guys, like the stream for Sean. By the way, yeah, I agree with him about Kane. Somebody will come in and go, oh yeah, but you're a prick, and blah, blah, blah. You're like, oh, okay. Hello to you as well.
Yeah.
And Raf has said, big up Raf for the super chat, has said, I think Ange will give Ndombele will get another chance because Bentancur's out. Loving the morning chats, by the way, Savva, my favorite show on YouTube at the moment. Well, thank you for the kind words. This
Ndombele thing, mate.
Yeah, go on.
Like, I was on We Are Tottenham TV. I think it was a couple of days ago, and to be honest, it was one of I think I've been on like 5 shows that day. I think I started with your show, then I've been on, you know, a few other places as well. And I think I was probably like either not making enough sense by the end of it, or just a little bit exhausted and deluded or whatever. But I didn't put in a good shift. But Sim, according to all the guys in the comments afterwards, Sim basically has won the debate. And his stance on it is that Ndombele should be given a 95th chance. And I'm like, how did 3 of us, Ben, Iggy, and myself, all lose to Sim? Because Sim put together a really, really strong argument for Ndombele, and everyone in the comments seemed to go on his side of it. I can't understand why people want to give this guy another chance. It's like your missus cheating on you 4 times. You're going, I won't again. Why? What's changed? What, you don't like sex anymore? What you not? What are you? Look, but it's not even like Ndombele's that fit. That's what I mean. As a bird, it's like she's not a 9 out of 10 that you're willing to forgive. No, you're never going to do better. But he's a 6.
What I don't get about is, and look, I've said this over and over again, and let's have the Ndombele chat, because this is, look, I think he's staying, Sean, because Spurs official are pumping out pictures of this guy in tackles, 100%. Running, like all this stuff. And what I don't get about it is exactly that. This guy, it's not like, oh, we bought him last year, he had a really bad first year, and you go, okay, well, this time it's a new manager. This is his 5th year. This will be his, hang on, Poch, Mason, Conte, Nuno, Jose. This is going to be his 6th manager.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And but if he can get the best out of him. Sean, my question to you is this. What is the best of Ndombele that people have seen that I've never seen? What is this best?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. He can run with the ball. He's a big lump, and when he gets going, he has quick feet and can drag a ball past a few players. But you know what? So can dozens and dozens and dozens of players out there that you know are also going to be able to work off the ball. Like, I don't know what Ndombele's best position is. Some people were saying he should play as a playmaker. Others are saying he's a box to box. Like, unless it's a box of chicken McNuggets to a box of chips, I don't know where he's running quickly to. Like, he hasn't got the fitness to be able to get like from one side to the other. And I don't think he plays in any kind of 10 role. I don't know where I don't know what people see in him.
Sean, loads of people
want to give him another chance.
Loads of people now are making up this whole, oh, he plays as a 10. No, he doesn't. Never has. Like,
he's an 8. He's a central midfielder, right?
Yeah. For Leon, he was almost playing the quarterback role for Leon. He was almost collecting the ball and starting off moves. Now, the problem was, at that time, we signed him off of, look, I'll be honest, I got caught up in the hysteria of it at that point. You know, I'd seen, obviously, the games against Man City where everyone went, oh, this guy's the best midfielder we've ever seen, right? He's a new Dembele. But very quickly, I realized that once we signed him, a lot of the French outlets, a lot of the French fans were coming into YouTube chats and Twitter and Facebook and stuff and saying, this guy's not what you think he is. Like this guy has all the ability in the world, but 9 times out of 10, he doesn't turn up. He's coming to Spurs, and every time it's the manager's fault. I fail to believe it's every manager. Now, not only in that time has he had 5 different Spurs managers, 6 if we include Ange. In that time, he's also had a manager out back on loan at Lyon. Was it Lyon? He went back on loan to? Yeah. He's had a manager on loan at Napoli with, what's his name? Spalletti. 8 managers. 8 managers in 4 years this guy's had. No one has got this guy playing regularly 90 minutes of football. No one's got him
play
fit.
90 minutes, mate. He doesn't have it in him. He's just he's too heavy a player. Like, he's a big lump of a guy, and I just think that the pace of the Premier League is just too much for him. There you go. See, 60 inches of Savva.
If you take that 60 inches, divide it by 10, and then divide that by 2.
Nice.
Just in case my wife is watching before she comes on and goes, yeah, you wish, you know. No, Bugsy has never met.
No, they will meet. They will meet at some point. We're going to do a day down the park or something, aren't we?
Did you say park or pub?
Pub. A pub
with a garden. Yeah, that sounds better.
Garden.
Just quickly, DJ 19, I think it's DJ or DJ, has said, let's sell Kane, get 3 players to fast track the new build. Well, look, one of the things I was saying just now, Sean, was if, again, this hypothetical world, a hypothetical world where we are 12 subscribers away from giving away a free Spurs shirt, which won't make it hypothetical anymore. It will be a reality. We're saying this hypothetical world. If I said to you, right, we're going to sell Harry Kane for £100 million, and we're going to add with that 100 million the 30 or 40 that we're prepared to pay for Mickey van der Ven. If I said to you, we're going to sell Harry Kane, you've now got £140 million. You bring in Van der Ven, Tap Sober, and Alex Scott, and another forward that can chip in with some goals. I said I would take that all day long because for me, it's club over one player.
Right? 100%.
Some people who would, yes or no in the chat, who would take that? 100 million for Kane, knowing that, let's be fair, if he goes, he wants to go anyway. And with that, you get Tap Sober, Van der Ven, Alex Scott, and another forward that will chip in with 15 goals in a season. Who would take that?
Who is that for? That forward is, that's the problem for me with it. Like, listen, I think I said, like I said a minute ago, I don't think we should have to raise more money from selling Højbjerg or selling Harry Kane to fund Tapsoba and Van der Ven. I think if you're gonna fund those two, and you should be able to anyway, there should be enough money in the books. The 50 million quid that they didn't take from the 150 that they injected last summer, that still hasn't been put into the club yet. There should be money there, and on top of that, you could go and sell Reguilon and Sessegnon, and whatever you get from that can go and fund Van der Ven and Tapsoba. And then the back line is good enough for the window, good enough for now. Can't do everything all in one go. But in terms, I don't want to see Højbjerg's money going into it. I want to see if you sell Højbjerg, you go and get a 6. And if you sell Harry Kane, then maybe you can justify Alex Scott and a replacement striker. Who that is, though, I don't know. Like there's 10 names out there that we've gone through, ad nauseum. Players like Vlahovic, players like Evan Ferguson, players like Højlund. I don't know how much each of or any of them are going to cost, but I'd imagine. I mean, there's one name I keep seeing in the comments, Kudus. I really like that Mohamed Kudus. I think he's a really, really good player, but I don't know whether he plays as he's not an out-and-out 9.
No, he's more of an attacking midfielder. But
yeah,
for me, if you then look, you're right. It does all depend on who that player would be. But for me, I think if you're then playing, I don't know, for example, you're then playing Sonny through the middle with Kulusevski to the right. Maybe the player you can buy isn't an out-and-out forward. Maybe that player is a Harvey Barnes who will give you 10 to 15 goals a season. Just chucking his name as an example, by the way. I'm not saying he's the one, but for me, I would take that. Kyogo get you 10 to 15 goals in all competitions.
Another 5 for 8 inch player. I think we're like, I really worry then if you've got Porro on the pitch. Imagine a scenario where you're playing against, I don't know, a Brentford who have got a big team, or a Newcastle who have got a really big team, or a Brighton, or maybe Brighton. Yeah, Brighton's still got a good, but teams with big players. And imagine if you've got on the starting 11, you've got Porro, Solomon, Kyogo, Bissouma, and Skip. if you've got like 6 of your players and also a Ryan Sessegnon, just imagine the squad played that day, and you've got like 7 of your players that barely break 5'10". You're going to get absolutely crucified in the air.
I think what you're overlooking is that is just purely the Barcelona reincarnation from when they had Xavi, Iniesta, Messi, Alba, Alves.
They kept the ball.
Yeah,
that's the difference, mate. You know, if you don't have the ball, you need to have height as part of your makeup. If you do have the ball, maybe it's not such a problem.
I hear you. Let's have a DJ19 coming in with another super chat. Thank you very much. As said, Kulu and Porro took that 50 million surely.
The money hasn't been dropped into the accounts yet, and I don't want to hear. Listen, you know, I'm someone that will defend Daniel Levy or whatever when I feel like irrational arguments are being made. But I feel like on that particular one, like you can't claim like you had a good window. I saw people talking from the club about spending 45 million in January. If that's the case, if you spent 45 in Jan, then you're not spending 45 now. You can't double cost structure the transfer. Same with Decky. Decky was part of, as far as I'm concerned, last season's transfer window budget, not this season's. You know?
Yeah. It's definitely interesting. Listen, we don't know if it's happening. At the end of the day, as we said, the whole Harry Kane thing, he's on holiday. He'll be back at Hotspur Way on Monday. I can only assume the level of conversations that will be taking place next week. For all we know, Harry Kane could come in and just go, what are you talking about? I've got no interest in leaving. Get me that paperwork.
Yeah. He could have said that.
This goes away.
He could have said that a few weeks ago, a few months ago, a few years ago.
Listen, I'm just playing devil's advocate. And I'm now sponsored by Ted Baker, in case anyone cares. Me and Ted, we've got a deal going. No, absolutely not. Guys and girls, we are 11 away.
I'm going to
do a solid. We've got 15 minutes. If we get another 7, I'll half it. Sorry, if we get another 6, if we get 6 more subscribers, I will give away a free Spurs shirt. And then we will do this every couple of weeks. I can't say nicer than that, can I? You help me grow, I help you. It's all how it works. Hey, let's do that. So thank you very much to everybody for the super chats. Thank you. It's been much appreciated. Where are we? Kudos said they kept the ball with Barca exempt from corners. No, but if you watched Barca at that time, Barcelona didn't have to defend too many corners because the other team didn't get too much of the ball and didn't get too many corners. And that Barcelona team was very small. Who had height? PK? Who had height in that team? PK, Puyol, and Busquets. The only 3 with any height. 3 players with height. Thank you very much for the super chat. Leon King that said, Levy isn't brave. To dare is too dear. Yeah, I'm really hoping that kind of... I'm really hoping that we can shift that mentality. I've been hoping that for many years, Leon King, but it doesn't appear that it's going anywhere soon. But hey, we could all be, let's be fair, 4 o'clock this afternoon, we could sign a centre back. Sean and I are back doing a show and the world is good again. And that is the beauty of being a football fan, right, Sean? That everything can be doom and gloom. Where's our centre backs? Romano drops a bit of news in 3 hours saying Spurs have signed Mickey van der Ven. Here we go. And all of a sudden, hey, we're all up. We're all bouncing about 100%. And it's exciting again, right?
All he has to say is that talks are getting closer and I'm straight on a clickbait show. You know me, mate. Shameless Sean. That's what they call me. Shameless Sean.
It's brilliant, isn't it? Like, literally, you must get this as well, being a YouTuber, right? Is the moment anything happens with Spurs, I literally get messages from all my friends outside of YouTube. Everyone on YouTube messages you. Have you seen this? Have you seen that? And it's like, yeah, I've seen it. Like, yeah. I'm currently getting a thumbnail done because I've seen it and I'm going to jump on live and be really shameless. And,
Yeah.
But it's the excitement.
We're going to be fine, mate. We're going to be fine. We're going to get both of them, and then we're going to get. And Harry Kane's going to stay, and we're going to get one more player in the 6. My biggest concern, and here's how confident I am. My biggest concern is Ndombele staying and everyone jumping on the train. That's how confident I am that we're going to get a better 6 and we're going to get these 2 centre backs done. Mm-hmm. I really think we are, and then all I got to moan about is an Ndombele.
Yeah, absolutely. Skyline said, come on, guys, let's do this. Love all three of your guys' show. Is there a third person here? Or are you talking about Henry? Big up to you.
Background.
Yeah. Is that who it was? Is that
the ironing person? Yeah.
The ironing person. Love it. Guys and girls, here we go. We are 8 subscribers away. I will say if we get 3 more, I can't be fairer than that. I'll knock off 5. If we get 3 more, I'll do a draw live right now and we'll get a Spurs shirt sorted. And then we'll do this every couple of weeks. I don't mind doing it. And look, you guys help me grow. I help you. You know, hopefully it's all win. Where are we? Oh, yeah, this is an interesting one. Did you see this, Sean? Goicoechea of Coventry is going to Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah. Heard about this.
That for me looks like I'm going to play in the Premier League and I'm going to divert via Portugal. Do you know what I mean?
Is he Swedish?
I don't know. To be honest, I don't really know.
He's not from Coventry, is he? Let's be honest. The name like Victor Goicoechea.
I don't. Let's have a look. Hang on, what's his name? Victor Goicoechea. Goicoechea. He is Swedish. Yeah, he's Swedish. He's 25. I thought he was younger than that. He's 25. He's played for Brighton. He's been at Swansea City on loan. And now he's just got 38 goals in 91 league games for Coventry.
Calling him a Haaland-like striker. So I'm just reading an article about him. Wolves to miss out on Haaland-esque striker as club demand over 20 million.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Haaland, but listen, I like him.
How many goals did he score last year? Did he bang him
didn't he get like 20 odd? I think. I don't know. I know he did well, and because Coventry didn't they got to the playoff final, didn't they? Yeah. 24 saying Sean sat back in his chair like a mafia boss. Then 24 said only mafia bosses have sex with their flat cap on and nothing else, mate. Absolutely.
And my socks. I don't take my socks off for nobody.
Oh, now you've ruined the image now. Donald just said Mourinho beat Barca's Champions League by passing over the midfield. Yeah, listen, I don't think anyone said that Barcelona ever went unbeaten, but let's be fair, during that period of time, Barcelona were dominant, weren't they? They literally made up about 70% of the Spain team that won everything. They won trebles. They scored I think in one of the years in all competitions, they got something like 180 goals in all competitions. Like it was frighteningly good.
That midfield three that they had. Oh. You know, the reason why I really like Pape Sarr is because he does what a lot of those players in the Barca midfield from that particular era do. They're always, was it Xavi or Xavi or the other one? Iniesta was always doing this. When the ball's there, he spends for every 3 seconds, his eyes, one of them, for every 3 seconds of the game, his eyes are on the ball for 1 second. He's looking to his left for one. He's looking to his right. He's always looking for space, not just because he knows the ball will come to him and he needs to know where it's going to go. And Pape Sarr, if you actually watch, does that quite a lot. He's always looking around him, which I think shows signs of intelligence of waiting and moving into the right area. I'm not saying for a second that Sarr's going to ever emulate him, but just that desire to think about what's happening next, not what's happening now, I think is really impressive.
You can have a similar playing style to someone who's better than you. There's nothing wrong with that. I think sometimes what we do is we go, oh, he's a similar type of player to Busquets. He's nowhere near as good. Well, no, just similar. You know,
not saying that level, but
he's similar. You know, it's like when people go like last season. I saw Isak score a wonderful goal for Newcastle. The next day was just full of compilations as to, oh my God, he is Thierry Henry reincarnated. And you're like, well, hang on, let's
relax a little bit.
Relax. This is an interesting one. By the way, the show is only going to go for another 8 minutes. We are 2 subs away from giving away a Spurs shirt, which is, I think, nice of me. Just bigging myself up. But there are only 70.
Incredibly generous. What was your target of subs to give away a shirt?
50 in the stream.
Wow.
50, and we've actually only
Is the shirt going to come from Tottenham, or is it going to come from one of these
It will come from Tottenham. It will come from Tottenham. You'll be able to
Nice.
see it.
Nice.
Just quickly, what I would say is there's only 74 people out of 413 that have typed in hashtag sub to Savva. It's a chance to win a free shirt. Like, if I was you, hashtag sub to Savva, and you could win a free shirt. 414 versus 70.
The problem with people being on a TV, mate, watching the game. They're running out of their bedrooms, trying to get to their computer so they can get off the TV and onto a place with a keyboard.
and somebody just unsubscribed, which is very disappointing. Sean, listen, guys and girls, hashtag sub to Savva. 2 more subscribers, and we will give away a Spurs shirt. What do you make of this, Sean? The thoughts on the rumour that Postecoglou likes Basuma in the 6, or have I missed that convo? We've talked a lot about needing a 6. Can that be a transformation that Basuma becomes that 6?
Oh, listen, I know there's someone in the chat who absolutely hates me whenever I throw any kind of mud towards Basuma. So I'm not going to do it out of respect to 24Z. But then I don't think he is an out-and-out 6. I don't. I think he's an 8. I think he's competent. I think he's good enough as a player to maybe make the adjustment. But, listen, and I hate to give tiny sample sizes, but I have seen Basuma play in the 6 role with a 3-man midfield last season, and he got walked past by bigger, stronger players, like away at West Ham. In that first half away at West Ham, he was absolutely atrocious playing in the 6 role. So I'm not saying he can't do it. I think he's a very good player. I can't wait to see Basuma this year. I think he's going to fly. I really do. But I think it's a question mark, mate. And if he is your outstanding 6 and you've got a question mark about him, because I don't think Bentancur can do it either. He's not good enough defensively to play in the 6. So I don't think that Skippy's good enough as a player at all on the ball. I think Skippy's probably got enough in his locker to do the defensive side, but passing, Skippy is awful on the ball, in my opinion. And Sarr, we haven't seen enough of to pass judgment. So I'm okay having like one person in the rotation or the backup 6 who could do it but isn't necessarily a great fit. But you at least need somebody. It's the most important position in the Postecoglou system. You need to have absolute confidence that your choice of 6 is absolutely spot on for the role. And to me, none of them are obvious. So, yeah, sorry, have to say it. I got question marks over it. For such an important position, then I think you have to have the correct guy. And that's why I really do hope that Tottenham sell Højbjerg for 30 and that Postecoglou is spending the next week or 2 running his eye over it and going, hey, Daniel, listen, I've had a look. The 6 role is a problem. We need to go and get someone. Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I think there's a massive difference in this conversation as to whether or not we rate Basuma and whether or not we rate him in the 6. For me, I'm really looking forward to a good year from Basuma. I think we're going to see this year the midfielder that we thought we were buying. Injuries, formation, it just didn't work last year. It wasn't right. I do think, though, I'm with you, Sean. I do not think he's a number 6. I think that is we've talked about this a lot. There is a specialized position for the number 6. My wife is ringing me. We'll call her back in a minute. I don't know why how dare you ring me while I'm streaming? Absolutely terrible. Unless the dog has died, which it hasn't, because I'm here and they're both sitting next to me. Sean, the show's going to go for another 4 minutes. Should we give away a shirt?
Well, how many more subs do you need?
I said I'd drop it to 45. We've had 48 subs during this hour and 46 minutes. So let's give away a shirt. And then we can wrap up.
You've got to share your screen. You've got to share your screen, get up the thing, and then hit the draw button. Yep.
Present. Share screen. There we go. This is to show that it's because I remember I did one of these once and someone said, "Oh, you fixed it." And I'm like, "Well, fixed what? I don't control algorithms of websites. Like I don't have to do that." Right. So
only 111.
I know. I can't believe it. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give people 60 seconds. All you've got to do is this. Hopefully, if I type in hashtag sub to Savva and I
doing
win,
it as well.
I save
doing it as
myself.
well. I'm gonna do it with 84 of my other sock accounts and see
There
if
you
I can.
go. So straight away, 114. Listen, we will do this now. What it does mean, by the way, people, is if you win, what you will need to do is either find me on Instagram or I have an email address. Actually, you'll need to find me on Instagram. You'll need to tell me your real name. If you don't have your real name, I'll need your address, and you'll need to give me a bit of time as well to I can buy it immediately, but for it to be shipped to you. So not like last time I did a competition and someone messaged me the very next morning saying it's not arrived yet. And I was like, dude, give me a, come on, give me a break here. Yeah. So we've got 138. Before we come to that, we do have a super chat from Tigaro. Big up Tigaro has said, Basuma's the diamond we need. Just needs pressure. Yeah, listen, I think he's a top player. I'm really looking forward to watching him in a Spurs shirt this year. I really, really am.
Jay, let me ask, before you get to, sorry, do Loves Music, and I'm going to ask you to bring up another chat, because I want to ask you the question that's on it. But do Loves Music.
Sure, Loves Music. Big up. Always a big supporter of the channel. Has said, who leaks the Andrew rumors? I don't believe it. Okay, so he was asking, in terms of the rumor about he sees Basuma as a 6. Mate, I don't know. That there are people that go to the training sessions. People like Ali Gold put out that so and so loves this player. I would like to think that if Postecoglou is seeing Basuma as a 6, he's not telling people that, is he? He's not going to tell journalists, by the way, watch out, this is what I'm doing. But hey, it's rumors and they keep the world going round. What did you want to watch, Sean?
So J Mac at 11:47 asked, he says, Sean, would you take one of the 2 centre-backs and a 6, or the 2 centre-backs? And I hate to be in the either-or camp, but I want to let you go first on this one, Sav. Would you rather like Tapsoba and Van der Ven, but no 6? Or would you rather Amrabat and Tapsoba, but no Van der Ven?
Oh, I don't like this question. I'll be honest. For 4 or 5 months, I'd rather the 2 centre halves, and possibly see if a Basuma could work there, or Sarr, or whatever. We talked about this a lot. I don't think it's all going to happen in this one window. But as Sean, I'm fully on board what Sean said earlier. There should be no reason why we can't get rid of a couple of defenders and get both these 2 defenders in, plus sell Højbjerg for 35-40 million and bring in a 6. But hey, that's just me. Go on, Sean. What's your take on it?
No, I agree with you, actually, mate. I think that we're so weak in the centre-back spots that you need, and it was such a weak area of the team last year, and we played a back 3 with a low progressive block, and it was pragmatic line, and it was just atrocious. We have to improve there. I've got more confidence in our mediocre midfield than I have in our disastrous back 4. So I feel like I'd take your line on it. Go for the 2. If it had to be one or the other, go for the 2 centre-backs and then wait until January for a 6 if necessary. But like I say, I agree with you again, so I don't see why we can't do all 3.
But I do fully agree with Thomas Wynn. Absolutely, Thomas. Best comment of the day. My apologies. On that note, I will give it a rest. And thank you for coming into the chat. And I wasn't going to look at that one. I was looking at, we it's the same bloke. Are you being nice, or are you not? I don't understand. Are you nice or are you not nice?
Listen, I've had enough out of you, Savva, but just last thing before you shut up. What's your thoughts on Calvin Phillips?
You know what that is? If I liken it to all my female relationship analogies, it's like, you're dumped. I'm never going to see you again. Do you fancy a quick shag, though, before you take all your belongings out of the house?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Right. Without further ado, let me move that comment. Jesus Christ. I love the internet. Right. I'm going to press draw. Where it ends up. Can you see it? You can all see the screen?
Yep.
Right. Here we go. If it's me, I will have saved myself some money.
Oh my God.
my God. Did that just happen live on stream? Live on stream. I never, ever win anything. And the only time I win something is my own money. Right, we will draw again.
Absolutely perfect. That is perfect.
We can draw again, can't we? Yeah, we could draw again. Don't worry. Don't worry. Oh my God. Of 100 and hang on. We're going again. We're going again. If it's Sean, I will laugh.
If it's Sean.
Oh, it was nearly me again. It was nearly me again. Okay, so sorry, that was absolutely brilliant. Jesus Christ, you can't write these things, can you? Right, so the winner is Hennessy. Hennessy, are you still in the chat? Are you still there? Make yourself known. If you're not there, we'll draw again. I'll give you 60 seconds to come into the chat. Yes, Hennessy, you have won something. Yeah, what do you mean, wait, I've won something? Yes, you've won a shirt. You've won a football shirt of your choice. Please, Hennessy, are you on FIFA level corruption? So Savva's working for UEFA. Oh my God, Hennessy, are you on Instagram? Are you on Threads? Are you on anything like that? Can you let us know your real name so I know who to look out for? Otherwise, I'll have loads of people messaging me saying, "Hey, I'm Hennessy. What's your real name? What's your handle I should look out for in a chat on Instagram?" Yes, exactly this. I need to know who he is, though, right? I can't just have the word Hennessy. Okay, Hennessy, what's your... Sorry, you're going to have to... If you want the shirt, you're going to have to let us know. Who are you, bro?
That is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Sure, mate. Yeah, come over to me on Instagram, bro, and do it. If you do it really, really quickly, then I'm just going to jump on a stream with Perchy, and after I've done that, I'll get your details, and we'll sort out size, shirt, address. By the way, the address is only for me. Right? I have to be able to send it somewhere. Guys and girls, listen. Well done to Hennessy, mate. Get over. He's requested. Yeah, you've messaged me already, dude. I will respond to you. I'll respond to you shortly. Everybody, thank you so much. I've really, really, really enjoyed that show. I really did enjoy it. It was a great show.
I've ever seen, mate. That end was just absolutely superb.
Yeah, absolutely. Savva's mates with Sepp Blatter. Yeah, I've got it. Really good end to the stream. I like that. We'll do that every 2 weeks. We will give away a Spurs shirt as long as the show we're in makes 50 subs or more. I'm sure it'll be harder to get 50 subs every show, but hey, the bigger we get, you never know. Yeah, everybody. Sean, thanks for coming on, mate. Really enjoyed that. Hope you did too.
Good. Yeah, great, mate. Great fun.
Good times. Everybody, please get over to Spurs Talk Show. Sean is, what are you chasing down now? It's 12K?
That's the next big number, yeah. But I'm 11.2 or something. So, yeah, 11.3 is the next one.
Don't worry, mate. Some of us are down there on 6.8. Hey, listen, everybody, it's been an absolute pleasure. Loved it. Please go over Perchy. There you go. Perchy show. Ben has put it in the chat. Go over. It's going to be starting in 4 minutes. Perchy, I might be a minute late. The wife's going to call me. You know how it is. I can't control how long that conversation takes. That's not a me decision. Anybody who's married will know exactly what I mean. Perchy, I'll see you in a minute. Thanks so much, Sean. Well done, Football Heritage TV for winning the first shirt. Well done, Hennessy on winning the second shirt. Much love. See you all later. And as always, here's a tiny, tiny little intro and exit video.